If you are struggling to find someone that you're attracted to, this is for you. There's that experience where you feel like you've got your list, but no matter where you go or kind of what you do, there's no one that measures up. You're just not feeling attracted. There's kind of this numb experience. You're just not excited about anybody. If that's been your experience, I want to share with you two surprising, really subconscious reasons that might be at play that's actually preventing you from feeling the attraction that would otherwise be there. And more importantly, what you can do to feel that attraction, to find someone who you really have amazing chemistry with. So let's unpack. Why is it that we're not feeling attraction towards people, that the people that we meet, that we're not wanting to get into a relationship with them? Is it because really our standards are just that high? Is it because there's nobody left? All the good ones are taken? Notice if this resonates with you, that you actually do feel attraction, but those people are always in relationships, or those people don't live where you live, or those people are just, there's something about them that makes them unavailable. If that's going on, more than likely, here's actually what's occurring in us. And it helps us to understand the main primary function of our brain. The design is to move us in the direction of pleasure and away from pain. Even if it's not been from a relationship, but it's just been, we've been single forever, and that's the pain. And if in your past you've had really painful relationships, if you've been betrayed, if you've been hurt, if you've had your heart broken, then your brain's job is to make sure that you will never get hurt again. Make sure that you will never experience that kind of devastation again. And so what is the primary way that it can protect us? If it keeps us from ever getting into a relationship again, then we never have to experience that pain. And so what our brain does is it sets up scenarios where we're only allow ourselves to feel attraction for people who would never get into a relationship with us because they're already married, or because they're already taken. Or we know that we would never get into a relationship with that person because they live in Europe, or they live in Australia, or they live somewhere in some foreign country, and we know we would never move to that country and they're never going to move here. So all of that is very safe. If there's a level of safety that we're actually not going to be in that relationship, we allow ourselves to actually feel attraction for that person. But the irony is, if that person is actually available and if they show interest in us, we block the level of attraction that we're even allowing ourselves to feel to keep ourselves safe from ever getting into that relationship and getting hurt. There are a couple of antidotes to this experience that if you use these practices, it will fling open the door so wide to your heart that you will experience new levels of attraction. You will experience new levels of possibility in your love life. It is amazing. I've personally experienced this where nobody that I was attracted to wanted me back, and nobody that I was attracted to was available. And ultimately what was going on, because I had gone through betrayals, because I had gone through rejections, there was a part of me that felt flawed, a part of me that felt unlovable. And so there was this deep fear that I wasn't safe, because if I actually really liked somebody and felt attraction and they got into a relationship with me, they would discover that I was unlovable and then they would reject, and that would be way too painful. So my subconscious was blocking that, was keeping my attraction at bay so that I wouldn't have to experience that kind of hurt. The other weird psychological element to this is our thought that if we feel deep down unlovable, then anyone who actually shows interest in us and shows that they could love us, then our own attraction for them goes down, because then we begin to judge them of, well, if they like me, then they must not be that great, because how could they love somebody who's unlovable? There must be something wrong with them. It's crazy, but I've felt moments back when I was dating where I liked somebody that the moment they started to show interest in me, my own desire for them plummeted. That is a sign that there's a part of us that feels unlovable, a part of us that feels flawed. So there's two elements that we can use to help us move forward. The number one is to love the unlovable parts of ourselves. In other words, to increase our own sense of self-love, to increase our own sense of self-compassion. And the way you do that is you place your hand on your heart, and several times throughout the day, you just say this affirmation: I love and accept myself completely and wholly now. I love and accept myself completely and wholly now. You can even ask the question, is there any part of me that needs my love and acceptance right now? Love is the most powerful force on the planet. Love is bigger than shame, is bigger than trauma, is bigger than guilt, is bigger than betrayal, is bigger than any of the things that we've experienced in our past. And so as you connect to your infinite presence, as you connect to spirit and say, what part of me needs my love and acceptance? And then you send a warm beam of love to yourself, you will be amazed at what happens. You will feel your heart open. You will feel yourself be more attracted to people who are actually available, people who are actually in your life. When I really started doing this practice, I was like, oh my gosh, there's all these possibilities, and my own level of attraction skyrocketed for people who could actually be in my life. So that's factor number one, is dial up your self-love. The second factor that can really make a beautiful difference in you finding someone that you're actually attracted to. And you're not manufacturing this attraction. It's not like you're push energy, making yourself attracted to somebody. No, when you do this, you naturally feel attracted and they're attracted to you. It's this beautiful clicking. Remember, the thing that suppresses attraction is where we don't feel safe enough to really open our heart. So the second element is making a renewed commitment that you are willing to speak your truth. You are willing to stand up for yourself. You're willing to be self-assertive. You're willing to speak on the yellow flags and the red flags before they become painful experiences, because you are willing to protect yourself in this relationship. And when your subconscious mind knows that you are going to protect yourself, your whole sense of beingness can relax and open up and let go. And those two energies paired together, where you're relaxed because you know you're protecting yourself, you know you're going to hold standards and boundaries that keep your well-being intact, and you're loving yourself and you're self-compassionate and all of that, your heart opens so wide, and people will come out of the woodwork. You're like, where did you come from? Like, you are sexy, you are amazing, because you're allowing yourself to be in the right place at the right time. You're allowing yourself to see opportunities you would have otherwise missed, and you're allowing yourself to open your heart and feel the real potential that is that relationship, because you're no longer guarding it just to keep yourself safe. For years, I couldn't find anybody. For years, it was always attracted to people that were already taken or weren't available. And the ones who did like me, I didn't like them back. Why? Because there was a part of me that didn't feel enough. And when I actually healed that part of me, literally it was within a month or two, the door flung open. I started dating like several people because I was like, wow, this is great. They knew I was dating multiple people. Everything was above board. And that's when I met my wife. And that's when I was like, okay, sorry, I don't want to date all these people. I just want to date you. And let's start something beautiful. And she said, I'm in. And it led to the greatest love story of my life. And that's what I'm holding for you. The greatest love story of your life is yet to be. The greatest love story of your life is available for you right now. And so I hope this serves you in setting some agreements, commitments for yourself, opening your heart and leaning in and making welcome that incredible love story. I put these concepts in this book called Cracking the Man Code, helping you create an unbelievable connection and attraction with a man that you absolutely love. Pick up a copy today. You are going to love this and feel my heart reaching out to you. I appreciate you. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.